Hey everybody, what's up guys? It's Terrell here from Terrell Game Vlogs. How you guys doing? So, it's December 31st, 2016. Let me shift the camera right here. See if I can get... Yeah, the lighting's a little bit better here. Okay. So yeah, it's December 31st, 2016. And I present to you this year's end of the year ramble. Now for those who don't know why I particularly choose now to do these videos, well, it's simple. For one, it's the anniversary of when I made my first video back in December 31st, 2008. So this will be my 8th year. Yeah, 8th year going into 9th. At a certain point, when it hits a decade, I'll probably even stop mentioning that because it's not as important. And so it's an anniversary of when I was 8 years ago and where I'm at now, which would be age... That means I was probably 17 going into my 25, being 25 this year. 25? Yeah, 25. Anyways, so we're just going to talk about the year and stuff, which this year may be more melancholy, particularly because there isn't too much to really talk or speak on. Like, for the most part, I went back and watched my 2015 in the Year Ramble, and a lot of the shit I thought happened this year a lot of it was from last year. So if anything, I would just say 2016 just feels like a continuation of 2015 with some minor improvements in certain areas and some minor continuing headaches from the previous year. Like, there really wasn't any real major change in these last 2 years, except for some really minor shit. Which is why this ramble will probably be less kind of... It probably won't be as good as the other ones. Because I don't want to repeat the same shit I've always been saying. So I'm going to kind of try to focus on things that I want to start doing. Or things I've started doing that I want to continue doing. Okay, first things first. I've been going to the gym consistently, I would probably say for... Maybe 3, but I think it's been at least 2 years ever since, what was that? And ironically enough, within my last few videos, I mentioned this whole situation that was happening with my friend, and because of that, ironically enough, she was the one who said, you really need to start going to the gym, and it's because of her that I started going to the gym, and I appreciate that. I did say I would update you guys on that whole situation. Not much has come of it. I literally texted her that one time I said I was going to text her. She kind of gave me this, we don't have to talk about it, and we're good, and then has yet to text me back at all since that shit has happened. Which tells me, now granted, supposedly she's moving, and she had been talking about this before, so that might be part of the reason. The other half is that she legitimately probably doesn't want to deal with me anymore, and instead of telling me that, she just wants to play the game. Now, I don't know which it is, but I haven't texted her since that conversation that I mentioned at the end of that other video. So I'm not gonna fucking sweat it. If she texts me, that's cool, but I'm not gonna go out of my way for it. I think if anything, I've just learned that people are liars. And that's not new. I mean, people lie all the time. They've been lying. It's become a lot more prevalent within the last few years. At least personally, and just looking at other people's situations, it's just like, it's the same shit. Everybody wants to come in here and tell you a bunch of BS to get into a certain position, and then afterwards, the lies either keep coming, but nothing gets done. Like, it's that whole, I'm gonna kind of fake push the train. You're the one pedaling in the car, but I'm pretending like I'm pushing it, and I'm helping you, and then you end up doing all the work and being like, well, man, this still feels pretty hard. It's like a false way of tricking you into believing a situation is bad when it may not even be as bad as you think it is. It's just bad because you have a person next to you who isn't doing you any fucking favors. Now, once again, as far as that friend situation is concerned, I ain't sweating it. And there have been a few girls I've talked to this year, at least on the romance side of things, that are interesting, but none of them either want to go that far or intrigue me enough to take it to that position. And so, it's one of those things I've kind of just learned to just casually, I'll look. And I'm not going to say fucking opportunity if it presents itself. I'm just not going to go out of my way for it anymore. And I probably have said that before too, so that's what kind of bothers me. And that's what kind of bothers me about 2016. There's a lot of redundancy, I feel. And it's not like good redundancy, it's like bad redundancy. I do have some minor. Most of the good things that happened this year are like minor things, like things that kind of are to me leading me down a path I kind of want to go on, becoming more self-reliant. Because and I'm bringing that up specifically is because if anyone who has any type of financial issues or just deals with shit in general involving money, which is like 90% of us, you know that when it comes to things like cars and bills and insurance and other things you got to keep paying for, it becomes a pain in the ass to be sitting there going to all these different types of places. And they're making you spend all this goddamn money and nothing, and essentially you get robbed out of like thousands of dollars a year to fix up your car or to pay for car insurance, but you're paying the wrong people and you're paying for things because no one's going to do you any fucking favors. It's the sad truth of this world, but nobody does you any fucking favors anymore. It's just you gotta become smart enough to not fall for that shit. Particularly with me in my car this year, maybe a few other things like phones and car insurance. I've become more reliant on me looking up information and learning things myself. Now, granted, I did this before. It's just become more prevalent where I'm able to fix certain things on my car now without having to go, oh, I'm gonna take it to the car place and do it. Because at the end of the day, you'd be surprised how many things that you get done at those places, those types of places in general. It doesn't matter which one you go to. It's just a lot of people fuck you over in that situation. That you realize is like, damn, you charge me. I'm getting charged more for the man work than the part itself. It's like, oh, you have to replace this thing on your tire. Well, the tire is like $60 to $70, but I'm paying $200. Well, why am I paying $200? Tax and the other $100 and something is for manual labor. Even though you guys have a fucking machine that makes you do it easy as fuck. The only reason why I don't do it is because I don't have that damn machine. So I'm paying you for the convenience, for a convenience fee, but it's convenient for you to fix the shit in the first place. So why the fuck am I paying you more than the part? Fine, if you want to pay me the price of the part plus I understand the manual labor fee, but if it's more than the part itself, that's insane. Especially because usually if that happens, and it's not always the case, but in a lot of situations, the shit's easily replaceable if the price is low for it to begin with. Apparently, that doesn't fucking matter. You went to a professional place, and that's kind of the other thing. You kind of have to learn the balancing between spending money for expensive shit to get something good and holding off your money for people who are trying to rip you off. And it's that weird annoying ass balance, like when it comes to buying shit off of Amazon or buying it in store. At this point in time, there is literally no reason to buy anything in store anymore, except for very, very specific things. Even price matching isn't as good as you would think it is, particularly because, I price matched with Amazon so I can get it. Well, here's the problem. They bite you in the ass with tax. I pay for Amazon Prime for a reason. I also like the fact that Amazon Prime now has a monthly feature, and it goes by the logic of you can spend the $100 now for the whole year, or you can spend $10 a month. But if you get it every month, you essentially spend a ridiculous. You're spending more than just the $100 you would have spent for the whole year. And if you're someone who uses Amazon more frequently for other things other than just buying shit with no shipping and handling charges, and you're using it for the pantry and all that other crap, then there's no reason not to just have it for the year. That's going to a different thing, though. But my point is, you have to find the balance in between when and where you want to spend your money and whether you're getting the most out of your money. Because you'd be surprised how many people spend thousands upon thousands of dollars a year on shit that they don't need, or they could have done themselves if they had just looked up a fucking YouTube videos. It's ironic enough that we've gotten closer and closer to the age of do it yourself. That's why there's been so many entrepreneurs. That's why people are doing streaming. That's why people don't want fucking traditional jobs anymore. Because traditional jobs are either underpaying you or putting you in shitty situations, depending on, granted, that all depends on the job and what you're doing in general. But my point is, nowadays, it's so much easier to become self-reliant in this current day and age, especially in the United States. It don't make no fucking sense that we're still spending thousands of dollars on cars and fucking parts and professionals doing shit that you can do yourself. And people used to think, oh, well, if I had the money, I'm gonna have someone else do it for me. Yeah, but then you end up spending a ridiculous amount of fucking money for something you can do yourself. Now, obviously, you have to pick and choose these battles because there are some things that you should have professionals do. But if you're able to do it, I would say do it yourself. That's kind of one of the lessons I've learned. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna try. I want to become more consistent, and I've been saying this for years now. It just fluctuates depending on the year. For example, and as I said, I had small improvements. Like I bought a new mic because I've been using the Blue Snowball since 2012, and that mic has just sat in my room and become a useless piece of shit. So that got rid of. I bought myself a 4K monitor for my PC because why the fuck not? It's not like I plan to buy an Xbox One anytime soon. Bought myself a new webcam, so even when if I'm not using my phone, my webcam footage still looks better than what it used to. I want to do small improvements. I want to get like a new capture card. That's not high on the list because right now I've been playing a lot of PC games. I'm trying to stream more often. I'm probably going to stream probably the night or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow after we do all my birthday stuff because my mom's birthday is New Year's Day, so I want to do her stuff. I don't know how often I've mentioned that in these end of the year rambles, but that's something I want to do. I guess I'll give you guys a school update. The original plan for me when it came to my job is that I got this job in an IT position. This summer coming will be my 3rd year, but I only have an associate's degree. So what's the situation I could do? Well, the logical choice would be to go back to school and get your bachelor's. I went to go look at the schools that I could do while working because you can't stop working. This society doesn't let you stop working. You got to be making money somehow. Well, how much would it cost to go to school for 2 years? Because I only need to go to 2 years since I have the associates. Oh, it's like 20 grand. Fuck. So that involves getting in debt, and as of right now, I cannot afford to do that. So the next best thing is to get certified in various programming languages. So even if you can't prove yourself with a bachelor's degree, you can say I got an associate's and I went on my own, studied, and got various certifications in various IT programming languages, and I know my shit. And with the 3 going, I probably it'll be somewhere between 3 and 4 years of experience that I'll switch jobs. It'll either be the 3. It'll be either this year or next year. There's no way in hell. The only way I would be stay at that job any longer, which sucks because the job itself has a really good retirement plan, which is something to think about. But you have to work there for 10 years. The only way I would even consider doing that is if I was making enough money with YouTube and Patreon and streaming, which as of right now, I'm not a partner on Twitch, so I can't get money for streaming. YouTube, the only 2 channels that are actually monetized is the Insane Game Freak and this channel, because I told everyone, and it's still the fact that Schizomanic is not monetized at all. That is literally a channel that makes no money for me. Everything I put up on that channel makes no money. I want that to be stated. So when I put up the Blue Exorcist episode reviews on that channel probably within the next week or so, those will make me no money. The Occultic 9, no money. The Gintama stuff, even the videos that do well on that channel makes no money for me. And it's because I'd rather get paid through Patreon. But, and this kind of gets into the situation we're working on social media. With Patreon, and even my website to a lesser extent, you have to constantly push it. And I know as a viewer, and I know as people who watch shit, you don't want to keep hearing, oh, well, you should go on my website, or you should go, donate to my Patreon. Because a lot of you guys are in financial situations yourself. You're either in your teens or early 20s, and you're trying to get your shit together. So part of you feels bad for even bringing it up 16 times. Which is why I hate YouTubers who daily vlog, make all this fucking money, and all their daily vlogs are just a life that you can't live or you want to live. And they're like, oh, I'm trying to inspire you. You're trying to inspire me even though I'm giving you money to live the way you live. It's not as appealing, which is why I don't fucking do daily vlogs. I tried it. Realistically, people's lives are not interesting enough, and then I have to go through a ridiculous amount of effort just to make my life interesting, which, if anything, could come to piss off certain fans. I mean, obviously, some people like watching it. It's like the reality show kind of complex, but that all is subjective. But as I said, if I could get support on Patreon specifically, I will take monetization off of the other 2 channels because I don't make enough anyway. Actually, I think my Patreon right now makes more money than the Insane Game Freak channel does. And I know more. Well, I already know more than this channel. But once again, I'm not going to overly push it, and I probably need to. The other thing I'll say is that at least within this last month or so, I got my Patreon shit together because before earlier this year, it was essentially just a glorified tip jar. Now I've actually set up tiers, which reminds me I got to do another giveaway for New Year's because I do monthly giveaways for a certain tier. I'm debating on adding another $10 tier. That's something I'm working on. But right now I'd be doing monthly digital giveaways. I was like, well, what ways would people want to get free shit? Well, a lot of people don't want to give out their fucking home address, and some of you guys are kids, so it's like, it don't make no fucking sense to sit there and go, well, I'm gonna give out a fucking box set, and then your parents are like, why the fuck is this random package coming to my house? Did you give out a personal address to shit? So I'm like, at this point, I don't want to do that. Some people just want digital gift cards, and because we're moving towards the digital age, it doesn't make no fucking sense to do that. So what I'm probably going to do, actually now that I think about the $10 tier, I mean, the next tier I could do is like a giant giveaway, like a physical item, something that costs like $60 or $70, like a free game or something. Because then then that will work. But that's me brainstorming on the video. But the Patreon is what I want to push, and I want to do streaming more often. I'll probably start the Half Genie Hero streaming probably tonight or tomorrow. Which is something else. There's all these little things I want to do. I got the website more organized. I had it set up as a news site. That's fucking ridiculous. I was only one person. That takes people. A lot of effort and a lot of dedication. The rest of the site just hangs there in some bullshit ass limbo. I just made it a YouTube depository that's a lot more of an ease of use kind of thing, considering people have a lot of issues with YouTube currently with the notification system. I have a website. I pretty much looked at like Angry Grandpa's website and a few other popular YouTubers who actually have websites and tried to model it off of that. I'll probably add more stuff throughout the future, but for right now, I just want it to be a YouTube depository. It's an easy way for you to see all the videos, even if you miss some. Because I've had people, and that's also because I have 3 fucking channels. Not everybody's subscribed to Schizomanic and Insane Game Freak and this channel. So that's why they all have different subscriber counts, and that's why I have people asking me, oh, did you do the Oregado Season 2 review? And I'm like, yeah, I did it on that channel. They're like, what channel? So I think that'll probably be another video I'll do in general, just telling people I got the website shit figured out. It moves faster, it runs smoother, there's a form and all that other shit, and build like a genuine community. Patreon is already better than what it used to be. I don't know if I'm making, I have to go back and look, but I think I'm making a little bit less than what I was at the beginning of the year, or around the same amount. But I feel like the interactivity and the consistency and building a community on that Patreon account now means something. And I know as in Year Ramble, people want me to talk about what you get, because the last year I was trying to be inspiring, and then like I didn't even take half of my own advice. I did some of my advice, I did small things here and there, and kind of went back to something. And I think I remember, I forget who it was. I want to say it was Anime Snob. When I think somebody was reviewing my channel, they mentioned how essentially I'm a jack of all trades, where I do a whole bunch of shit, but I'm not really insanely good at one particular thing. And this is the detriment of being the jack of all trades, is that because I'm not specifically good at one particular thing, it ends up hurting me where I can't really progress far enough in any of that shit. Which is why there hadn't been that too many anime reviews, which I'll probably be working on the JoJo one at least this weekend. I want to at least have that one done and that come out like within the first week. I didn't follow through on the Pokemon movie reviews because life. I mean, that's what happened. And sometimes you just have rough fucking years. Sometimes shit just kind of blows up in your face and you're like, fuck, man. Sometimes shit just happens, and sometimes you just get complacent and lazy. It's like, oh, you got complacent at your job, you got lazy. The video production for this particular year, I relied so much on that fucking webcam, it was stupid. And it's particularly because you realize on YouTube, it don't matter if you're doing movies, quality videos, or fucking vlogging, people can make thousands upon thousands of dollars. Look at Boogie. Boogie literally does, I think, the least amount of editing work in his videos. He literally just sits there with a webcam and makes money. This is what people with live reactions do. They take something like XSplit, put a fucking clip of whatever they're reviewing. I think my mom's doing yard work. That's what that noise is. My mom, and you put a clip of something and they react to it and make thousands of dollars. It's insane. And I want to build like a legit community. I want to do something consistent. I don't ever want to make this my main source of income, so I'm not looking for people to donate like thousands of dollars. You know, if I can get thousands of dollars, it's cool, but I don't ever want this to be my main job, because then I won't want to do it. I mean, I've already, so I can have a rough year like this and still come back and make videos like a madman, because there's nothing making me feel like I have to do this. Whereas with a normal job, it's you gotta do it, or else you will be out on your ass because you owe rent. I'm tired of making these fake ass excuses and making these fucking dumbass decorations every year, and then literally nothing comes to pass. I just want next year to be better than this year. I think that's literally what I'm gonna keep it at. I want next year to be better than this year. With a lot of the shit that was going on in the media and the political shit with Trump and fucking our relationship with different countries and the Black Lives Matter bullshit and the deaths of very famous people, one of them relatively recently. I just want next year to be better. Fuck me being fucking in a different apartment, or I want next year to be better. I want to financially and physically and emotionally be better than I was this year. Which unfortunately means I will probably have to start going to the doctor. I think from what I've been hearing, it's a common trait within guys that we don't like going to the doctor's office much. It's primarily because doctor offices, just like any other business, are in the business of making money, and you don't make money when you're dead, so it's more in their best interest to keep you alive. But I think people like cancer patients and people with tumors are like the best type of patients because they keep giving goddamn money. And luckily, I have a medical plan and I'm on medical insurance, and I don't use it. I got my teeth shit fixed in 2014. Been going to the eye doctor since I think this year, either this year or 2015 also. And things have steadily improved in those areas, other than me dicking around with eating, which is something that I want to continue to work on and actually make consistent next year. Because I think I even mentioned it last year. My biggest issue wasn't not going to the gym. My issue was not eating right, which is what I'm going to try to do this year. I actually just try to do in general. Just keep it up. I cut out sodas entirely, which I don't know if I did this year or last year. I wanted to say I may have did this year because I don't remember mentioning it in the end of the Year Ramble of last year, which is cool. Cutting out sodas is easy as fuck. You just have to substitute it with something that's a little bit healthier. I think this year I may have drunken sodas a total of like maybe, it was less than 10. It was less than 10. And also I don't enjoy sodas as much because they burn. It's like they've gotten stronger with the acidity. It's insane. So I don't drink sodas as much. The only thing you'll catch me drinking now, it's like any type of juice or Powerades. Powerades and water specifically are the two things you'll catch me drinking. Now I just need to fix the eating habits, which it's a slow grind, but you got to make small steps to get to where you're going. I've gotten good at saving. I have a good amount of money in my savings now that if some shit were to go, like if I were to get kicked out today, I would be fine for a little while. So it wouldn't be like a oh shit I'm screwed moment. It'd be a fuck, but I can manage, which is good. I'm glad I'm able to say that to an extent now. Building up my credit. I don't know if I mentioned this. I think I have. The whole thing with my original 2009, when I graduated in 2009 from high school, I got a 2009 Toyota Corolla. Some shit happened. I wasn't able to pay it off. But my mother's the one that co-signed, and unfortunately when they took it back, they came after me for collections, and I had to pay all that off, and so my credit got burned when I was younger. Also because I'm older now, my fucking car insurance isn't as expensive, and the car I currently have has been paid off for like 2 to 3 years. It's fucking cool. There are minor improvements going on, and as long as I'm doing that, I feel like I'm going somewhere. This year, I will probably be pushing that website like a bastard after I get all the playlists and everything set up on it. I'm still working on it. It's been in the description of every video, so you can literally go look at it anytime. So if any of you, it's like, oh well, I don't watch your anime channel, and I want to push that website and show that I can do that and promote social media and get good at that. I want to stream more. There's a lot of shit I want to do more, and I want to show some genuine effort and show people that I'm interested in stuff. and give them a reason to give a damn. I don't even know if I ever do. Depends on how much I get into Twitch streaming. Depends on how much, if I want to go into the subscriptions and the tip jar and shit. Right now, Patreon, I think, is the only online type of payment I would want to bother with. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I want to talk about? I think, just to kind of give a message for this general year, stop making New Year's resolutions. It sucks because it's like a false way of trying to get you to do something. You do it for like a month or two, and then you don't do shit. I would just suggest to you guys, take baby steps. You know, maybe your eating habits aren't the greatest. Stop drinking. Just cut out one particular thing that you know is bad for you. Don't cut out everything. I mean, obviously, you know, not everyone's going to die in like 6 months. It doesn't hurt to slow things down and take it a bit by bit. Because then it's easier to fucking transition. Trying to go from fucking never working out to going and doing like 300-pound benches and shit is fucking stupid. Start it off slow and build your way up to it. Like this year, it's like I said, I cut out sodas. I don't drink sodas anymore. You rarely will see me with a soda in my hand, which is insane considering I drunk them all throughout my childhood. It's not hard to cut out sodas, but that's because I didn't cut out everything else. I just cut out fucking sodas. Same thing with eating out. You don't have to cut out eating out in general. Maybe just limit it to like one day. Like one day in the week, you eat out as much as you want. The rest of the week, you eat whatever's in your house. Or you learn how to cook. You know, whatever helps you. Just don't sit there and try to rush through everything. Because taking it slow sometimes will lead to better results. It's kind of like how people say, don't just jump on the treadmill and try to do 600 miles. You know, stretch first. You know, the slow shit you got to do first. Just stretch first. I did the push-up challenge on Facebook for like over 100 days. And now I know how to do push-ups pretty well. And I can do squats without feeling like I'm destroying my body. Now, this year, I worked on the eyes, teeth. Now I got to go to the doctor. Not looking forward to that, but if some shit happens, and I caught it while I can. You know, it's minor fucking improvements. Stop. Trying to do too many things at work once can fuck you up, which is the problem with being a jack of all trades. Some people would tell me, why'd you make 3 channels? Well, now that everything's separate, that was something I wanted to do, period. So even if I don't upload like all the damn, like every day or every week, I at least now have channels that are dedicated. And what I want to do probably, and I haven't made the decision if I'm going to do this yet, is actually re-upload the content specific to those channels on those channels, which I might do. I haven't decided, but I might do. The only reason why I haven't decided is because that's like years and years. Like I made Insane Game Freak in 2011. That's 5 years worth of content I had to siphon out. And I don't know if I want to bother with that. Or if I do, it'll be like specific shit. Like I probably won't do the episode reviews. I'll probably just do like anime reviews and just casually siphon those back. I'll be like originally uploaded, kind of like what GR Arcadia does, where he'll re-upload certain reviews he did way back when, and be like the original upload date was da 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 da, and then do that. But yeah, this is about 30 minutes, which is about around the same time I do on my other reviews. I had no interruptions. It's all about minor improvements, people. Stop. I think that's the one thing I want you guys to take from this. Small steps, dude. As long as you're moving forward, that's the goal. You ain't gotta be fucking running. You could be walking. You could be jogging. Just don't stop. Don't do this. Fucking do something. But make sure it's like this. And not you just standing in one area and being like this. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for putting up with my shit. This might seem more of like a more massive update than the fucking end of the year ramble, but it's just things you have to do. I don't know, and I really hope this isn't as redundant as last year's. That would suck. But I would like to say I will be in a different place mentally, maybe physically within the next year. But I would like to be there in general. Fuck that. Like in the future. It could be next month for all I give a damn. I just want to be in a better place. And obtain the thing that means the most to me, which is a peace of mind. So go towards the dreams you're striving for. Happy 2016. I know we've had some shit, but we always have shit. Humans are adaptable. We're better than that. We don't get taken down by stupid shit. So thank you guys for watching. Happy New Year, and I'll catch you guys later. I've lost the game for your boy Terrell.